welcome to our YouTube viewers. This is FullProxy Labs, and I'm Adrian Clarke from FullProxy.
I'm Will Bowles from nCipher Security.
So, Will, welcome to Bletchley Park here today. People may probably get the connection, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So, just outside of Milton Keynes, lots of great things that happened for the British cause and for the Allied cause back in the war, in World War II. But I want to talk about not the geography of England here, but the geography of possibly Western Europe. I understand you were on your travels last week, so what happened last week?
So last week we had the first Channel Partner Conference for EMEA as nCipher Security. So we're all in Amsterdam, 160 of us, learning about the future of nCipher, where we're going with the product, what we've got coming up. Good sort of breakout sessions with sort of feedback from both us and also our partners. Very successful.
So that's from the whole of EMEA, and it's the first one in nCipher. So the inaugural event. I know that's the event that my CTO and my CEO Christian Ewan went to. So exactly. Waiting to hook up with them and get the full debrief. But some exciting things happening. Yeah,
it was very productive week.
Excellent in this wonderful world of cryptography that we're talking about. So
Indeed.
On that link of cryptography, obviously here at Bletchley Park, it's where Alan Turing was here and helped break the code, the Enigma code used by the German forces during the war to send secret messages, and that helped shorten, many people believe, the duration of the war, which is fantastic. But Alan Turing himself, he studied sort of somewhere that's sort of near and dear to you as an employee of nCipher. So he was a graduate of Cambridge University. I understand that's where your head office is. And why is your head office in Cambridge? What's the story there?
The founders of nCipher also graduates of Cambridge University.
Excellent. So lots of cryptographic excellence coming out. So
yes.
That's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. So, on the concept of cryptography. Lots of people know that you can secure your data on your hard drive, on your Windows machine, on your MacBook, by securing the data, by encrypting the data there. So if anyone accesses the data, they steal the hard drive, they can't actually see it because it's all gobbledygook, to coin a different phrase. So people can protect their data at home. Companies could do that also, but we can also protect the data when we're actually accessing the internet. So if we launch a website and want to go to the secure page, the SSL padlock will come up, indicating an HTTPS session, and that means that all the data that we're sending to and from the internet is secure. But is that all of the story? Is all of the data there? Can you tell me how you secure data actually on the internet?
So the example could be submitting a web form. You fill out your contact details for anything you like. When you click submit, that information goes into a database. Yeah. You need to make sure that database, you as that company, need to make sure that database is fully protected, fully encrypted. So yes, you can get your native encryption from database suppliers, but the next level of protection would be to integrate with one of our products and put that compliancy and extra level of security around the data. Compliancy
being a big phrase, I'm sure, for many people watching the video here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Data needs to be secured and encrypted there. So another concept, when we talk about a TLA, a three-letter acronym, there are some FLAs, four-letter acronyms as well we're going to cover. But this world of technology, there's lots of this here.
Lots of acronyms.
One I just want to sort of just pick your brains about. PKI is something that often I hear about. Security and certificates and etc. But the one area that I used to find confusing, I should say, it's called public key infrastructure, but it's to do with private keys. How does that work?
So the public-private key pair, it's a form of cryptography, asymmetric cryptography. So that the key pair you generate, you obviously keep hold of your private key and you can freely distribute the public key. If you take an encryption data or data encryption example, I could freely distribute my public key to yourself, and you can encrypt data and send it back to me. But the keys have certain uses, so you can only encrypt with your public key and decrypt with the private key. That way you've got that protection. So if somebody got hold of that encrypted data, couldn't do anything with it because I still hold the private key to decrypt it.
Brilliant. So your core offering, which we're going to sort of maybe go on to now, which is another TLA, which is an HSM. Could you possibly tell us about an HSM and what it does? How does it work with PKI?
So an HSM, it stands for Hardware Security Module. What the devices do are securely facilitate, generate key material, cryptographic keys. So in a PKI environment, we could take that top tier, the root CA at the top, we can protect that root CA in take the key away from sort of having it in software and put it inside a hardware security module into some physical protection.
Okay, so hardware security module then, is there just one flavour of HSM as such, or do you have different variants of HSMs?
We have three physical products, everything from USB form factor to the PCI Express, and then the network attached sort of enterprise level HSM.
Brilliant. So that's what you need, and I'm guessing by itself an HSM does an excellent job, but it probably needs to integrate with perhaps.
Exactly.
We'll touch on integration probably shortly, but what would be really, really awesome to know, something in the back of my head, we've spoken a little bit about the cloud and the internet, and when you go to the cloud, you know, everything goes into a virtual world. So how does HSM work in the cloud?
So we as consumers, we often put our data in the cloud, and we're fairly ignorant to this. To be thorough, you can sign up for encryption from let's take Microsoft, for example, from Azure. You can sign up for encryption from Azure. They'll facilitate or generate a key for you to use to encrypt data, sign your emails, and what have you. That's the same for the other vendors as well. To protect against that, we have a couple of offerings. Bring your own key. This gives you the extra level of security. You could generate a key using one of our products.
So you generate a key using an HSM on your premise?
One of our HSMs on-prem, so you can sit with your laptop, generate a key, and you would export that to one of the vendors.
Okay.
So Microsoft, Google, Amazon.
Yeah.
And you'd then use those keys that you're putting into the cloud to encrypt your data, things like that.
Okay. So you're entrusting, once you're doing that, then that kind of works, but then don't they have the Amazons and everyone, they have ownership of that key? Yeah,
all it gives you is the know-how of where that key came from. You're in control, so you can rotate the key as often as you like. Okay. You can revoke a key as quickly as you like, rather than saying to Microsoft, hey, I want a new key, can you revoke this one, give me another one. It also gives you the commercial benefit of being able to switch vendors. So a bit like your gas and energy bills, you can change suppliers. Cloud is quite a competitive environment. So if Amazon came along, for example, said, hey, move over to us, we'll give you these benefits, Microsoft are not going to give you the key to swap. Yeah. They're not going to say, take your data.
So you wouldn't use their native one, you'll bring your own key.
Correct. Yeah. Because you've generated the key here on-prem, you can then pop it into the other vendors and just move your data across in sort of encrypted format.
Brilliant. That's itself, but I'm suffering from a paranoia attack here because, okay, it allows me not to have vendor lock-in, so I can move between different cloud providers. What if I still don't trust any cloud provider to look after that key? How would that work then? Could I still use your technology to provide key security in the cloud?
So we have another acronym, HYOK. Hold your own key.
Okay.
So this is basically all crypto activity is done on-prem. So you'd have a bank of HSMs on-prem in your data centers, your offices, wherever you want to keep them. All key material will come away from the cloud, be done locally, and then passed back to the cloud. Okay. So that way your data lives in the cloud in encrypted format, but you've got no key material in the cloud. Yeah. So whereas BYOK, if there was a subpoena issued, your data could be decrypted and presented. Hold your own key will fully protect against that.
So there we go, nCipher, fully cloud friendly. Excellent to hear.
Like it.
Excellent to hear. So let's go back to something we mentioned just a little bit earlier, and that's about integration here. So as you know, and hopefully our viewers will know, that FullProxy, we're a cybersecurity integrator, so we are a partner of yours. We've upgraded something like 80 to 90% of our technical team into your various certification schemes. We've got full sales enablement as well, so we're fully much, very much on the nCipher ladder as such. But we're also fully certified partners with the likes of F5 Networks for application security, and also Palo Alto Networks for network security. So, what value does that bring? So obviously there's the integration piece between the technologies there, but what value does that bring you as a vendor of having that all with one value-added reseller, as such, one cybersecurity integrator?
So FullProxy specialise in these areas. They're fully certified and accredited in each of these solutions, and including nCipher. So it seemed like a logical partnership. Both F5 and Palo Alto Networks are partners of nCipher. We integrate fully with them, but having a vendor who specialises in them, it's perfect sense.
A one-stop shop as such. So
exactly that.
Excellent to hear. Excellent to hear. So thanks very much for that. So just moving towards the end now. We're here in Bletchley Park today, and it sounds like Judith's Chalmers. We're in Milton Keynes suburbs to Cambridge. I've travelled up from Sussex today.
Lovely road trip.
Amsterdam. But we're on our travels again next month, aren't we? Just to let people know, we're going to Edinburgh, the city of Edinburgh.
Indeed.
On the 7th of November, and we're there at Digit Expo, which is the largest sort of cybersecurity and IT expo event specifically for Scotland. Now, just to make it clear, we are both based south of the border, but we will travel all of the countries.
All over the country, yeah.
The whole of the United Kingdom. So very, very much looking forward to attending a stand with Will and your colleagues. So looking forward to that. But I want you to have a serious face. Could you do a serious face for our viewers?
Serious face.
Can we have a serious face? That's a serious face. So, got a list of serious questions for you.
Far away.
Spectrum or Commodore?
I'm too young for both. Spectrum. Never used either.
I won't ask you the Nokia question. So, Android or Apple?
Apple.
Apple, right, okay. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Why Star Wars?
I've never watched Star Trek.
No,
apart from the new series. I've seen the new series on Netflix. That's pretty good.
Okay. Love Island or Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders.
All the way, all the way.
Never seen Love Island.
No. I have to endure that sometimes, but I'm sure it's very good for people who like it. So that's
it is.
Good. So this is going to be an obvious one here. Cambridge or Oxford?
Cambridge.
Excellent. What? Just in the boat race or everything?
Rugby, boat race.
Everything.
Yeah. Cambridge.
Excellent. Lager or ale?
Ale.
Ale. Okay. Whiskey with an E or without an E?
Without an E.
Without an E?
Yeah.
American connections, there must be something there.
There might be something there.
So. Sausage roll or Scotch egg?
Scotch egg.
Vegan sausage roll or normal sausage roll?
Normal sausage roll.
Excellent, glad to hear. Hopefully our listeners will understand where that one has come from. So. Push bike or motorbike?
Push bike.
Excellent. Frome or Wiggins?
Wiggins.
Wiggins?
Why not?
Why not indeed? Excellent.
What's the right answer?
There is no right answer.
Exactly.
There is no right answer. And finally, Spurs or Arsenal?
Spurs.
He's a Spurs fan. It's not that bad. It's good. Listen, thank you ever so much for your time. We're going to have a quick explore while we can the rest of our time here at Bletchley Park. But listen to all of you. Thank you for your time, for listening and watching. If there's anything you'd like to find out about nCipher or FullProxy, please email us at info@fullproxy.com. We're going to send some or include some links below to find out more about the products and also about Digit Expo. So thanks for your time and thank you for your time. Will.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
It's been a pleasure.
Go with tennis.
Why not?